Who is that? Get out of my barn. Who is it? Get out of my barn.
Clouds above, Cal. It's just me.
Oh, it is you.
Oh, I didn't realize I was taking my life into my hands coming to help you milk your cow.
I almost cut your head off.
I wouldn't have complained.
What does that mean?
Take a look at this. The tax collector came to the forge. She said we haven't paid in 2 whole years.
Jax, but you have so many customers. You have such a business at the forge. That can't be.
Well, apparently, when my father says he's going to pay the taxes every quarter, he doesn't, and he goes to the tavern.
Oh, no. We got a letter like this, too. We owe 100. We're lucky if we make 10 silvers in a week. And it's been so hard to keep the farm and the bakery going since Mom and Dad are gone. I mean, does Queen Leomara really need your forge and my bakery? I'd be surprised if she even knows our town of Briarlock exists.
I just don't know how to turn this around.
Boy, I'm looking for Ellis the blacksmith.
My father's not here, but I can make anything you need from the forge.
I don't need metal. I need Ellis.
Then you're welcome to wait.
Boy.
What?
I need to know when he'll return.
You can ask at the tavern.
I did, but do you know who I am?
No.
I looked at the tavern. I need business with your father. He's done some business for me in the past. Time is of the essence. I need to speak with him.
I could do any forge work you need.
I don't need metal work, but I see you're crippled and have the advantage of saying where I need you. Are you as hungry for silver as your father?
I don't think anyone is that hungry.
Can you be trusted to hold a message? A man will be coming to Briarlock this evening because I told him that a message would be waiting at the forge. I expected to leave this with your father. Can you be trusted to hold this?
Yes.
He will expect that to be sealed. If it's not, the truth-bringers do not take kindly to deceit. He will give you 10 silvers once the message is delivered.
And you find my father to be that trustworthy?
Of course not, and I don't trust you either. And there is nothing in that letter that can be traced back to me. And who would believe a crippled blacksmith over a royal governess?
Milady, I am not my father.
So you're not going to do it then?
Oh no, I will. But my father is a lazy drunk. If you want this crippled blacksmith to help you out, it's going to cost you twice as much. Hi everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Mary.
And we're Book Buds. And today, Mary is going to discuss Forging Silver into Stars by Brigid Kemmerer.
I loved this book. I was like so happy to be reading this book by Brigid Kemmerer. Thank you, Brigid.
Didn't you like stop other books to read this one?
I didn't. It was just perfectly timed, but maybe I would have. I didn't realize this book came out in June. It was something that I totally missed. And I was there's a Barnes & Noble that's sadly closing by me, but they're going to open a new one, they say. They're just downsizing. And I saw it on the shelf, and I was like, wait. She wrote another book, and I missed it. So I quickly got to reading it. I was thankfully at a pause. I just finished another book, and I was like, that's going to happen next. So this goes back to her realm that existed for the Cursebreaker series. Do you remember the Curse So...
Dark and Lonely or
something?
Yes,
Curse So Dark and Lonely, A Vow So Bold and Deadly. Yeah, all those. So there was 3 of those, and then she wrote 2 other books that were not related, and now she's written this one, and it's the first of a trilogy that's back in that same world, which is really exciting. So I really enjoy her characters. She writes so that you have like the different point of view at the start of each chapter. You've got the name for who you're reading about. And so she follows a couple different characters in the book. So our scene that we did when I was the baker farmer girl, Callie Cal, that's one point of view. And then
Clouds above, Cal.
Jax, the blacksmith, he's another one. And then we have, these are 2 new characters. Okay. And then we have Tycho, who is a minor character from the first trilogy. He's one of the other significant characters in this story. So I loved it. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't necessarily need an amazing story even from her. She just writes amazing characters. I absolutely fall in love with these characters. Like, I want to know more about them. I want to like live there with them, get to know them. I want to eat the bakery products that Callan's making. You would enjoy that.
I would enjoy that.
I love these characters. So when I finished the book, I was like, I was really upset because I need more of their story. So I was like, well, maybe I need to read more of Brigid Kemmerer's stuff. So I looked to see, she has an older series that's got like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 books in it.
Yeah.
So I just started reading that, and already I'm loving those characters.
And
so,
you loved the characters of The Curse So Broken and Deadly,
that
whatever they're
one,
called.
Dark and Lonely.
You loved all
Yes.
those characters as well.
Yes.
So her character development is like on point.
It's amazing, really amazing. Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
I love her. There's some things about her story that's like a little, like I kind of laugh at it. You know, it's a little odd. But I love it when you put it all together. I just love it. So if you remember the first series, we had like a king and his main knight person. And this is a little spoiling for that series, but like those main characters, they actually have different roles by the end of the series when you discover their true identity. So those two characters are in this book, like, and it's not just that they're like mentioned and moved on. We actually get to have conversations with them. Like Tycho, the minor character, is talking directly with the king, having conflict with one, talking with another one. Like, so you have like a true interaction with the original characters, which was really nice.
I like that. I'm going to interrupt you because when we did Graceling, right, I was so thrown off because like the main characters were just vanished.
Yeah.
And like they were nowhere to be seen. So this is so like just like an old friend coming back, and they're the reason we like it in the first place. Mm-hmm. So and this is nice.
I think like when they vanish like that, sometimes like they might throw a name out and you're like, oh, I remember them. But it's like so distant. You know, this was not distant at all. They were there. They were with you. The cheesy part of the first series was that like the world exists in our time, and like we have a character from Washington DC, and she is like zapped into the magical world like through some magical component to get to this other realm.
Okay.
But like our world still exists at the same time, so it's like an alternate dimension. So that still is a part of this storyline, and I've always thought that's kind of like a little weird. It's fine. It's not like a major plot point or anything like that, because I really get lost in the magical world that she's created. Like I don't need our world to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
They interact?
In the first series, they went back and forth a little bit.
Okay.
But in this one, it's like not even really relevant, you know?
Okay.
But some of the characters from DC are now like living in our magical realm.
Okay.
So that's how it comes up. So it's like, you know, when I read that part, I'm like, yeah, but but I move on quickly.
But I think it's cool because then it's like there's a chance of getting there.
That's true. Who knows? Like she might then have them go back in this series. Who knows? But
no, I mean us.
Oh,
like there's a chance
you're gonna go to DC
for us to get there. It's like a parallel universe.
Yes, we can make it into this magical
like
realm.
See those manholes? Like what happens if we go down there? We might go to Oz or something. It's like my life's dream.
It would be pretty amazing.
Right.
Although the magic there is kind of scary, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So, what else can I tell you about this? So the basics, like plot line, is that we're following Tycho, who's a courier of messages between the two kingdoms. And he stops off in Briarlock and he meets these other two characters, and he really shouldn't be lingering too long. He's like deviating from his assignments, and he's like supposed to continue on his way, but he's falling in love with the blacksmith, which is like a beautiful relationship, so sweet. I was like rooting for them through the whole book. And while he's being distracted by all of this, there's like some plots against the king. There's some maybe plots against the queen. Bad things are going to be happening. We have these truth bringers that are like, protect the queen, protect the queen. She married a magical man and we don't support that. And she's in danger. He's manipulating the queen with his magic. But meanwhile, hey, if the queen chose to marry this man and you're loyal to the queen, then you should respect her choices. But, you know, rumors are flying and everybody is all up in arms. And you've got these folks that think that this is like real danger, and magic has been banished from our land for so long, and like, you know, this is really dangerous to have magic back here. They don't understand it, they fear it, you know. But I know you always ask me like, what kind of magic? You get excited about that, right? So the magic that they can do, it's very limited to just a few people. They can heal themselves if they're injured. They can heal somebody else if they're injured. They can like blast fire in an aggressive way to assault folks, you know, like incinerate a group of people all at one time if you're under attack. Another way that they use the magic was like if he was needing to get somewhere quickly, and like the kingdoms are days apart, you can give the horse that you're riding like the energy to keep going without stopping. Like I guess it's kind of like feeding health and healing into the horse's body. Maybe
cool.
I'm inferring. I'm guessing. I don't know, but you know, you can just manipulate things to just make things go a little bit smoother for you. You know.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah. But so only a couple people have magic. There's also a magical creature called a scraver, I think, and I picture it as like a winged, creepy human dragon thing. I don't know.
Human dragon thing?
Like it has some like hands and a head, like human-like. I don't know, and some claws, serious claws, because they'll cut you up. But more like big dragony combo thing. Do scravers exist in other books? I feel like they do.
I never heard of it.
No, I feel like I heard it in another series, but anyway, so they have magical powers, and it's interesting to see how they interact with the humans. They are not very friendly, but sometimes their intentions can be helpful, so they're a part of the story as well. But I really loved it. I could not put the book down. I was so excited to read it. Like, I read outside of my normal reading times, like I
late at night?
Yeah, or early in the morning.
Oh, wow, I never do that.
I always read late at night, but I was like, okay, first thing in the morning, can I find some time to read? I didn't want to put this book down. It was really good.
Any big battles or just more understated things?
Towards the end, you have like one big battle. More of it is like a lot of just relationship development, increasing abilities in certain areas and things like that. Yeah, but the end, you have a more significant battle. But I wouldn't even say it's like a war, but I wouldn't be surprised if book 2 or 3 is headed that direction, because it was there was a lot of dissent amongst the people, and that led to what happened at the end of the book. So,
okay, 4 or 5 stars.
Well, Mary's giving it a 5 for sure, but it's amazing. I loved it.
Great, I'm excited for you. You found something new.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't read this yet, be sure to read the Cursebreaker series first, because it's really great, and then you'll have some more in-depth information on some of the characters that are in this book.
So let us know if you've read it. And if you're enjoying Book Buds, give us a thumbs up.
And share us with your friends.
And subscribe to our channel, Book Buds!
I love my Book Buds. Be sure to subscribe.
I didn't realize I was taking my life in my hands by coming to help milk your Wow.
Are you able to say that?
Probably not now.
Milk your cow.
Good morning to you, too. I didn't realize I was taking my life in my hands by coming to help milk your cow. Taking my life into my hands, coming to help you milk your cow.
Do you want to say gather the eggs instead?
No. Life into my hands, coming to help you milk your cow.
I almost cut your head off. That was really good. I'm like silently confident.
Silently confident. How does one portray that?
Like this.
That was good. Like this. I'm doing it. Just look at me. I'm confident without speaking a word. Like this. Oh, that was funny.
Because I'm such a great actor.
Oh, so that's the confident silent face. Okay, now I got it.